Hi guys, this is Maester Raven. Welcome to my Game of Thrones Season 8 prediction video. So who's going to die and who's going to survive? Obviously there are predictions and spoilers ahead, so if you want to stop watching, stop now. Now I'm going to talk about Jon and Dany at the same time, basically, because the prince or princess, if Missandei is correct, who was promised, is likely to result in one of them making the ultimate sacrifice this season. I think there'll be a lot of dragon action. Obviously, Jon probably riding Rhaegal, which is obviously named after his father Rhaegar Targaryen, and obviously Daenerys on Drogon. I think there'll be lots and lots of fighting, either possibly at a Battle of Winterfell with the Night King on Viserion, or reanimated Viserion. Sadly, I can't see both Jon and Dany surviving to the end of the season. One of them is going to die. I think most people, most fans would agree with this. I think it's fair to say Jon's definitely going to fight the Night King, either in the air, in the Battle of Dragons, or possibly on the ground in the crypts of Winterfell, or maybe later in the season in King's Landing itself. Jon's proven time and time again he's willing to make the ultimate sacrifice, so that's why I'm giving him only a 50% chance of him surviving to the end of the season. Sorry guys. Now this is probably a little bit more of a book theory on Daenerys, but there's a good chance she's probably pregnant after her little rendezvous with Jon on the boat. But there's a good chance that if she's the one to die at the end of this season, that it's probably going to be at the end where, like Jon's mother, Tyrion's mother, and a whole host of other mothers on this show, it seems, that she will die in childbirth. Okay, I can't make my mind up which one's going to die, but I think we can safely say that one of them will. This show's not going to have a happy ending. So, Cersei, Queen of Westeros, or most of it anyway. With all the prophecies from the witch about her children dying in golden shrouds, and obviously her being replaced by someone younger, I think we can safely say that there's at least a 75% chance that Cersei will die by the end of the season. I would certainly expect some wildfire action. She blew up the Sept of Baelor in Season 6. The rest of King's Landing shouldn't really be an issue for her. So we come to Brandon Stark, the Three-Eyed Raven. Obviously, the previous Three-Eyed Raven told him once that he would fly. So far, he's obviously warged inside lots of ravens, but there's a big part of me that thinks that at some point he's going to warg into Viserion, or at least one of the other dragons, Rhaegal or Drogon. Obviously, anything to do with Brandon Stark, the Three-Eyed Raven, is really closely linked to the Night King as of Season 6. The Night King touched Bran, obviously, during one of his visions, and clearly there is some form of link, whether it's to do with the time travelling that lots of people are suggesting, and whether Brandon has inadvertently created the Night King. We will find out soon. So we come to the Night King himself. I'm hopefully 100% certain that he will die at some point during the season. I do think there will be a kind of bittersweet victory for the humans, but I do think to say that he will definitely be dead by the end of the season. Arya Stark, Faceless Woman. Still hasn't quite finished her list, so I think you can safely expect she will survive the battle and events up in the north, and I think there's a good chance either her or with one of her faces she'll end up killing Queen Cersei. I don't think there's much chance of her dying in the season. I hope, anyway. Okay, Sansa Stark. Sansa, I do think will die at some point during this season. Whether it's up in the north or when she goes south. I think all the political intrigues that she was involved with, particularly last season, really needed a 10-episode arc to come to fruition, but we will see. The prediction, or well, who knows? In season 1, obviously, old Nan told lots of stories to Bran. Rob comes in one day and tells of Macumber, and the fact that Nan, and Tywin Lannister also said this at some point during, I think, season 2 or 3, that maybe they're all just living inside the giant blue eye of the giant Macumber. Okay then, well, thanks for watching. We'll see how many of these predictions and theories come true by the end of the show, and I wish you good fortune in the wars to come.